Now we are going to discuss regarding the what happened with the return traffic during a destination net and source net, because we have only described the traffic flow in a one direction, but it's happened when a host reply back. When traffic is first passed through the firewall, it will create a session. This session will be created to stay open as long as the communicating application are actively exchange the packet. The firewall will monitor traffic traveling back and forth. This is called the stateful packet inspection. So, a session record contains information such as the source and destination IP address and ports and current sequence number of the last packet. A stateful firewall store all the active and permitted session in session table. This sessions table is stored in RAM, and each record also contains the timeout value. If no communication occur within the timeout period, this session will be closed and removed from the table. But if the firewall also receives the FIN or reset packet, the connection will be closed. Stateful packet inspection also enable the firewall to check each incoming packet and confirm that it actually belongs to a valid session, and this increases the security since the traffic is passing through is expected traffic. To use a destination net, an example, we have a client on the internet that is trying to access a server on the internal network. When the SYN request has been received by the firewall, it will first create a session so it can track the state of the session along with the IP address, port number and sequence number. After that, it will be translate the destination address to internal IP address of the server. When the server reply backs to the client with a SYN, the packet will pass through the firewall and it will recognize that the traffic belongs to a valid session. If FIN packet has been received, it would be a drop, as it wouldn't a valid packet or three-way handshake has not yet completed. So with the server reply, the firewall translates the server's internal IP address to relevant external IP address and forward it to the client. The client will have no knowledge of server internal IP address. The whole scenario we have described in this session.